Right, here in South Australia for the Mount Gambier Gold Cup and, well, the whole race meeting, but I'm here a night earlier at David Drury's place. Firstly, David, thank you very much for joining me.
No problem at all.
Early morning, I think some South Australian film crews, they're going to rock up, afternoon tea time or something. I think they don't get up and get going early. I've got to give them a bit of a drive-by.
Yeah, no, they're a bit slow behind, but at least we're up and about.
It's actually great, though, they're here. So many people covering Mount Gambier harness racing. As a proud Mount Gambier, you must be wrapped with the coverage that this Cup's going to be getting. Yeah,
no, it's really good for the club, and we need, we need all the support we can get. So we're a battling club, but we're getting good numbers, so it's good to see.
Been a great turnaround. We'll discuss your place in that here, but it's been a great turnaround, if you like, in South Australian harness racing. I've seen from afar. What was it, 3 years ago, you were doing half a meeting here and half a meeting at Port Pirie to make up one meeting, whereas tonight you've got 9 races, good fields, good horses coming. There's been a great turnaround.
Yeah, no, it's very good. Like, COVID was really hard because the Victorians couldn't come, but you know what I mean? The SA has turned around, so it's a big step forward, hopefully.
That must be positive for you. We'll touch on your horses and your team in a minute. That must be positive for yourself, investing in the sport. You work a job as well, but when you see things going up, it must put a bit of spring in your step.
Yeah, it does. Like the prize money going up. Like normally we race Victoria, but the prize money's going down there. So Adelaide sort of looks a bit more of a thing to go, but it's like a 10-hour trip for us to up and back, so it's pretty hard work, but we just might have to do a bit more of it.
4 to 5 hours, is that right? To Adelaide?
5 hours.
Yeah. So. That's a long. That is a long way. Right, so we're just outside the airport. What, about 5-10 minutes out of Mount Gambier itself?
Yeah, about 10 minutes. So just a nice distance.
Your property here. I'm going to show the track. Anyone wondering? We'll show the track in a minute. We will tease out. But your property, how big is it?
22.5 acres.
And when you enter, it's quite unique. You want to, you don't want to wear high heels. I know that much. You want to have a good set of hiking boots. The sand. This is the first thing that blew me away when I came here. And then you turn around and tell me it's just all natural, and you didn't even know it was here. But this sand that you've got around your house and what your track's actually made of is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sand. Like, it's just natural. I was just lucky. It was the property I brought had the good setup with the hill, and I did spend a lot of time with a walk and wheel measuring to make sure I could get a track and everything like that. And then, we were just lucky to get the place we got.
Did you know that it was going to be that sandy all the way through, or were you, like, when you were walking around with your wheel, or was it just a pleasant surprise once you started grading it up?
Yeah, just a pleasant surprise. I only walked like the outsides of the fences, when no one was here, and checked to make sure I could get a track in. But it was just one of them, a lucky thing.
I'm I suppose harness racing. I love different and likes. How big is your track? Anyone wondering?
Yeah, around 900.
Yeah. Right at the minute, Dave took me around on the motorbike, so it'll be over the top. And it is sand. There's a couple of spots where it gets real heavy, and uniquely you put a roller on it every night just to keep it packed in. It is amazingly soft sand, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very soft. So, it's real hard work on the horses, but the tough survive and the weak don't.
Yeah. Big hills in it. It's got a little bit of everything going in. Have you tried to keep it a bit of a secret, if you like? Try and tell no one what you actually have?
Oh, it doesn't sort of bother me, you know what I mean? People say, like, geez, your horses are tough. I said, well, if you come to my place, you'd understand. I've had a few mates come from Adelaide and they just like, wow, I can't believe this, you know what I mean? The way your track is, and then we understand why your horses can stick, so. I'm
the same. It's what, a 20 metre walk, and I was just like, no wonder they don't stop. Like, they can't. Like, if they can get around here, they get around anywhere.
Yeah, that's it. And it teaches them to pace properly, you know what I mean? I find it does, you know what I mean? So we do a bit of galloping as well, but not heaps, but sort of the weaker ones will gallop, or the mares, they sort of enjoy it. But, I sort of normally hobble.
Not working horses fast helps for their longevity as well, and I mean the soft sand on their concussion, so ticks a lot of boxes with everyone.
Yeah, it does. You just got to be very careful not to overwork them, which we've all done before.
Yeah, I think anyone does that. Stables inside here, but you started off a little bit more humbly, if you like, in the back of the garage and that, but progressing along, you're saying they're basically, each of the horses, as they win something or whatever, they're able to contribute to it. You must walk out in the morning and be pretty proud knowing that, it's a journey that you've been on, but you've got a stable in here, good stables with good boxes. The horses are all happy in the middle of the yards. You must be pretty happy with what you've been able to achieve.
Yeah, it's pretty good, you know what I mean? Like, I've built everything myself, done it all. It's been hard yards. Lots of mates helped me out, like good people that have helped me out. So, and I've got a great bunch of owners. That's a bonus too.
Yeah, you've been noted, Dave, I suppose, for getting horses from New Zealand more than anything. Do you enjoy that side of it, buying these horses from New Zealand, and I'd imagine making some good contacts?
Yeah, you do. I've sort of dealt through an agent mainly. He's been really, really good, so I just flick him a message or he sends me emails. But the Kiwis are getting really, really hard with price rises of everything going up, so that makes it pretty tough on me. So like we've just branched into, we've got a couple of 2-year-olds this year now, so we're sort of changing a bit because of the cost of it, but I think we overspent on our yearling last year, so it was sort of, maybe we should have brought a Kiwi and been racing, but hopefully he turns out to be a nice horse.
Those auctions get you a bit, don't they? The emotion of, I'm not going to run last.
Yeah, that's dead right. And I sort of went there to buy one horse, which I brought off my boss's old man, which is Bob Maloney, which has turned out to be fruitful for me because now I'm training horses for him as well. So, and then he said to me before the sale, he goes, "Look, Dave, are you interested?" I said, "Well, I didn't drive 5 hours to have a look." And he's like, "Okay." He goes, "I'll stay in the horse if you buy it." So I thought, oh, well, we had a price in our mind, so that gave us an extra 10 grand to bid with, you know what I mean? So, and we weren't going to go over what we were going over, but we did.
That's the choice. As I said, they can be a fun part. How are they coming up?
Nice, yeah. So I've got that one out of steam wash by Captain Crunch. He's a nice horse, though. I've sort of just been toying around with him. He's going good. I've got him back in work now. And I've got another one out of Drury, which is a half-brother to Foolish Pleasure.
Yep.
I spoke to Herbie the other day. I said to him, "What was he like?" He said, "Very quirky horse." And I'm like, this bloke's exactly the same, but I quite like him. He's a little bit below the other, but really like him.
I masquerade as a horse dentist and I do his teeth, and he's very quirky.
Yeah.
About that, he's a little bit different. I would imagine probably for yourself, you strike me as the sort of person that enjoy a challenge, whether it's training or building or things on these babies must be pretty cool for you right at the minute. A new challenge, a new frontier, if you like. I know you've trained them before, but it's sort of almost out of necessity, like you're saying. The New Zealand horses you're buying, it's a bit harder to get now because they're prize money and stuff like that. So it's a new frontier for you. Yeah,
well, normally you're buying someone else's problem. Like I buy a lot of going horses, so I love the babies. I used to do them a lot when I was younger, sort of thing, when I had more time. But when I worked for Noel Alexander, I used to do the babies with him. So I learnt the craft from him with the young horses. So he was very, very good with young horses. He was the one that got them all going, and then Jane would take over when they're going, sort of thing. So he was very good. It was good to learn from. I worked with a lot of real quality horses there too.
I think people forget it, and I know people see horses like Tailor Made Lombo, especially Made Lombo, all those horses, Misty Maiden, they were great 2-year-olds and things like that. People say it was the breed that he had and along those lines. I can remember Noel before that, and he was making horses and they weren't as fashionably bred. He's always a master. There is a trick to babies, isn't there? Yeah,
definitely. I was there through the really good ones, Golden Rain and all those sort of horses, but yeah, he's very patient, very, very patient, and does weird things, just different.
Still does.
Yeah, that's it. He just does different things that you wouldn't even think of. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things. I learn a lot there. So I do all my own farrier work, and I learnt from some of the best farriers over there and stuff like that. It was really good.
Probably. Don't take this the wrong way, fits your mould a little bit, does weird things. People from afar see yourself and some of the things you do, and you probably took a fair bit out of Noel by the looks.
Yeah, I'm a very different character. I do a lot of things very different. People tell you that. That's, you know what I mean? But the way you go about it, as long as you get the job done, I'm the same at work. It's like, I'd rather, some boys don't want to get in and have a go, but I would get in, get it done, let's go and let's have a beer, you know what I mean? Let's get it done.
So you got 6 horses in tonight. How many racehorses do you work?
Well, I'm working 6 racehorses. Well, one's mum, so I've got 5 in. So I've just got rid of one, went yesterday, so which I need to cut some numbers because it's too hard to work. And once daylight saving comes, I'm going to make it really hard. So, and I want to concentrate on my 2 babies.
Yep. So this is about the peak number, 8 horses at the most.
Yeah, I was 9 all up, but I've had up to 10 before. It gets too hard. I just can't do it because I do it all by myself, sort of thing. Mum will come in the afternoons and give me a hand to wash them and catch them and stuff like that. But I like to gear them up myself. You know what I mean? At the races, I gear them up. Yeah. Then if there's any problem, it's my fault.
So what's a day look like for Dave? Do you get up early, feed up and then go to work, or do you get up, work some and then go to work, or how does it work?
No, I do them all after work because, you're always chasing your tail with horses. There's always something. Like the other morning after the storms, I got up and the fence horse had gone through, snapped the post off, wires everywhere. So I'm out there trying to fix that up. And obviously Mum and Dad come up through the day and patched all that up for me. So I've got good help sort of outside of things that we do. But yeah, I'd get up sort of 6 o'clock now. I used to always get up at 5 because we had a business. The missus was there and I'd have to drop my daughter off there and then she'd go to school from there. But so yeah, no, it gives me a bit more time to have half a sleep in. So 6 o'clock to get up, get myself organised, feed up, then off to work. We've got to be at work. We start work at 7:30, so I'm there at 7. So times I drive in and then work till 4 o'clock and come home and start all again.
Massive commitment. I think, that's probably one of those things a lot of people probably don't see from afar. They just see you on the racetrack and that's a huge commitment. You must love both. You must love your work life and also, be able to come back here to the horses.
Yeah, I do enjoy work. Not many people do, but I do because I like routine. And like when you're on holidays, you sort of get lazy and you don't want to do it. So, but yeah, I get home and it's like, oh, it's raining. You can't just sit and wait. You've got to work and you've got to get it done. So otherwise you run out of time. You just got to get it done.
Do you enjoy the life balance? You got Asha there, she's slowly growing up. Do you enjoy the struggles of trying to balance everything? Yeah,
no, she's a good kid. She's looks after herself. I'll pick her up from school 3 days a week, so she just jumps inside. I come straight over here. Sometimes she comes over, gives me a hand. Sometimes she doesn't, but she looks after herself. She's easy going.
Yeah, that's horse kids. They manage to do it. Right, what about tonight? Can you get a winner?
I hope so. I'm pretty confident in the first. I've got one. She went amiss last year. She hasn't raced for 14 months. She won a trial the other day. Nothing startling, but I've got a junior on, trying to get her back into a nice grade. She's not a real good track worker, but I'm really, really happy with her. So I think she'll get the job done, but first up for 14 months would be a big effort.
I don't reckon I'd be a good track worker here either. I reckon I'd be like, no, I'm going as slow as I can.
Yeah, no, definitely. But she's just one of them horses. She just does her work, you know what I mean? She gets up the hill. It's like, yeah, well, you're going good. But the horses that finish off up the hill, they're going well.
Dave, thank you. Thanks for showing me around, giving a fair bit of insight. Hopefully I've got all that track. If not, just maybe even stay for the end. I might even just show the raw footage of us driving around and showing those hills. We're not exactly sure how high those hills are, but I know as a person there's a little bit of running. I don't want to run up it. I know that much will work you out. I imagine long rein and babies and that give your legs a workout if you take them out onto the track.
Yeah, no, well, all my horses just go on the jogger, so it's pretty easy. And the babies, like I didn't break them in, so that was easy enough. Like I've broken lots in before, but time's my biggest killer. So it's what do? You got to go to work to pay for your property. So that's it.
Do you dream of potentially just training horses, or do you actually enjoy that life mix?
No, I don't think I could handle the owners of training full time. You know what I mean? Like my owners are really good. Like Mario Cirillo, he's a really good owner from Shepparton. Yep. Richard Healy, he's a great bloke, good mate of mine. Like he's locally. So then Pete Saunders and the boys there, really good. And then like now I've got Bob Maloney. Bob's just cruisy. I've known Bob. I work for his son. He's known him all my life, and he's always been good to me when I wasn't working. Come and clean my stables out, or come and pull the fence down. He'd give me some work, and my old man used to work for him as well. So, my brother works for my boss on his farm, so it's real family orientated too. You know what I mean? But they are just good people. So like all the owners are real good, and Mum and Dad are always here for me. So.
And Mum's training, I actually glossed over that. Mum will tell me off because she'll make me pay double to get through the gate tonight and not get through for nothing, which I'm trying to do. But she's training. You're proud of that, aren't you? You're not so much like it's super proud that she's actually taken her licence out and as in enjoying it.
Yeah, well, we had Mum and Dad do a lot for the club, so they had a sponsors thing for not like a day for the cattle rearers at their place, and they got a bit of meat donated and stuff like that. So we had a barbie, and Mum and Dad pay for most of it. And then one of my mates was there, and he said to me, he goes, "Oh, your mum's training?" He goes, "Yeah, 80-year-old woman trains her first winner." And Mum goes, "I'm not 80." And he goes, "You haven't effing won yet."
Has she had a winner yet?
No, she's only had 3 starts for 2 seconds and her last, so and it's a trotter, so yeah.
We won't give her age up, but how many years has she got to get that winner?
I'm not exactly sure how.
You're in trouble too. Asher might have a better idea. What's its chances tonight?
Yeah, it's in the last. It'll go okay. It's sort of probably a little bit out of its grade. It's a maiden trotter. It's no star. You know what I mean? It'll win one, but that might be about it.
Trotters, is that something that you enjoy?
Not really.
Yeah.
They're just. I had one. We brought us. One of my owners wanted a trotter, so we said, let's have a crack at it. It was only a cheapie, and he won a race. And we were pretty happy. You know what I mean? So he paid for himself, and yeah, we moved him on.
Dave, thank you. Thanks for giving me a bit of time, mate, and a bit of insight. And it's going to be a great night of racing tonight. Hopefully, I'm interviewing you maybe towards the end of the night. You've driven 2 or 3 winners. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, hopefully after the Cup.
Yeah, well done. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.